I think there's a big shift underway right now in Canada in terms of how people are experiencing COVID-19, and that is going to cause a shift in terms of how they think about it and how they think about government restrictions and the lockdowns that many Canadians now find themselves living under yet again. What shift am I talking about? Well, for the longest time, from March 2020 until, well, not too long ago, a lot of Canadians could still maintain that they didn't really know all that many people who had actually had COVID-19. So when they thought about the virus, when they had fears about the virus, they had fears about the unknown. But now with the Omicron variant, there are a lot of cases all across the country. Thankfully, most of them are mild, very mild, asymptomatic, and people are sharing their stories. They're telling their family members, their friends, their neighbors, their coworkers. Everybody's now got stories, if not of themselves and one of their own immediate family members, of people writing to them, texting them, saying, yeah, I tested positive, either through a PCR test or through a rapid test. And they're saying, I have COVID. And of course, you text back, you call back, and you say, oh, well, how is it? I hope you're doing okay. By and large, the overwhelming vast majority of people are saying, well, yeah, I don't really have much going on. I have so many experiences of that in my life. Everyone I talk to, they say they've got similar experiences as well of people saying all of that. And I think even people who were previously very supportive of past restrictions, past lockdowns, they're hearing all of this about just how mild it's been for so many people. And they're going, okay, then why are we under lockdown? Why are we facing such tight restrictions on our lives if this is how it's playing out for most people? Now, the main answer that public health officials say, I think a lot of people actually thought the recent lockdowns were about just protecting, vaccinated, healthy people in their 30s from getting mild Omicron. It wasn't. It was just to protect from the fact that if you have 20,000, 30,000 cases a day, even if it's significantly milder, you're still going to have a number of people who do have a negative experience. People are still going to have that negative experience. They're going to have to go into the hospital, take up a hospital bed, take up an ICU bed, and the officials are looking to deal with that to deter those numbers, because they're saying even if we have 300 people in an ICU bed with COVID-19, that's the number they cite in Ontario, 300 people, that's enough to put the system at risk. But I think because more and more people are having these conversations about how COVID-19 is actually a milder experience for the vast majority of them who get it, they look at that, the hospital argument, and go, okay, well, I really feel for these people. It's regrettable that they're in the ICU, and I want to do whatever we can, throw resources at them and help them out. And we want to, encourage other people to get vaccinated. But you have to shut down my kid's school, even though I now have a firsthand experience with this being very mild, and all my friends and neighbors do as well, because you're concerned about 300 people being in an ICU bed. That's not adding up for me. Can we kind of try a better way? Can we do something different? Can we do what's called focused protection? We have had untold billions of dollars thrown at the system to deal with COVID-19. Can we just scale up a little bit? Can we go and work on surge capacity? And I think people are getting increasingly frustrated at the idea of these very well-paid public health bureaucrats and administrators and executives, not the frontline heroes, but the people in the back office who are paid to manage all of this, them turning around and saying to the people, no, it's not our job to protect the hospitals, it's your kids' job to protect the hospitals. And I think now, based on these experiences everyone's having with Omicron being a milder variant, I just think they're less open to accepting that argument. And I think they're right to think that way.